Shadowing. Certain light dazzle as sun causes geomagnetic storm. It was a photographer's dream. In the early hours of this morning, aurora enthusiasts were treated the skies of pink and red and green and violet. From Hobart to Margaret River, the solar storm could be seen across the country. This was the strongest um, event of this kind to hit the Earth is about 20 years because the sun goes through periods where it's quite active or where it's very quiet and we have to be in active phase at the moment. Geomagnetic storms are caused by the sun's activity. About a day or two ago, the sun had a large burst of magnetic activity on its surface and ejected a pretty big globe of material into space, and that happens to intersect with the Earth um, last night, and that disturbed the upper atmosphere and the Earth's magnetic field, which in turn causes charged particles to glow and produce a really beautiful southern and northern light. This is like nothing I ever seen. Usually in the past, if I got a green glow on the horizon with maybe some purple or pink, you'd be the light would be chalk. But this was just, yeah, this is the strongest storm I ever seen. While geomagnetic storms are not considered dangerous to humans, they can disrupt power grid and satellite services. Although it's beautiful, it can have kind of hamper effects, especially on technology. You might find your mobile phone communication is a little bit disrupted. Satellites could be experiencing electronic issues because the sun is in active period. We might see similar displays throughout the year, but because auroras are so hard to predict, we'll just have to wait and see. Isabel Poneskin, ABC News. What more? It was a photographer's dream. In the early hour of this morning, aurora enthusiasts were distracted. Hour this morning, aurora enthusiasts were treating the skies of pink, red, and green and violet. From Hobart to Margaret River, the solar storm could be seen across the country. This was the strongest events of this kind to hit the Earth is about 20 years because the sun goes through a period where it's quite active or where it's quiet. We have to be in active phase at the moment. Geomagnetic storms are caused by the sun's activity. About a day or two ago, the sun has a large burst of magnetic activity on its surface and ejects a pretty big blood or material into space, and that happens to interfere with the Earth last night, and that disturbed the upper atmosphere and the Earth's magnetic field, which in turn causes charged particles to glow and produce a little bit beautiful southern north light. This is like nothing I never seen. Usually in the past, if I got a green glow on the horizon with many some purples or pink, you'd be delighted, you'd be shocked. But this is just, yeah, this is strongest storm I ever seen. Why do magnesium storm not considered dangerous to human? They can disrupt power grids and satellite services. Hello, this beautiful, can have kind of harmful effects, especially on technology. Um, you might find your mobile phone communication is a little bit disrupted. Satellite could be experiencing electronic issues. Because the sun is in the active period, we might be seeing similar displays throughout the year, but because aurora are so hard to predict, we'll just have to wait and see. It's Pepper Whiskey, ABC News. Lost. It was a photographer's dream. In the early hours of this morning, aurora enthusiasts were treating the sky of pink, red, green, and violet. From Hobart to Margaret River, the soldier stream could be seen across the country. This was the strongest event of this kind to hit the earth in about 20 years, because the sun goes through a period where it's quite active or where it's very quiet. We have to be in the active phase at the moment. Geomagnetic storms are caused by the sun's activity. About a day or two ago, the sun had a large burst of magnetic activity on its surface and ejected a pretty big blow of material into space, and that happens to intersect with the Earth last night, and that disturbed the upper atmosphere and the Earth's magnetic field, which in turn causes charged particles to glow and produce a really beautiful southern north light. This is like nothing I've ever been usually in the past. If I got a green blue on the horizon with maybe some purple or pink, you'd be delighted, you'd be shocked. But this is the strongest storm I've ever seen. While dramatic storms are not considered dangerous to humans, they can disrupt power grids and satellite services. Hello, it's beautiful. It can have kind of harmful effects, especially on technology. Um, you might find your mobile phone communication is a little bit disrupted. Satellite could be experiencing electronic issues. Because the sun is in active period, we might be seeing similar displays throughout the year, but because aurora are so hard to predict, we just have to wait and see. Isabel Pawinski, ABC News. Lost. It was a photographer's dream. In the early hour of this morning, aurora enthusiasts were treating the sky as pink, red, green, and violet. From Hobart to Margaret River, this older stream could be seen across the country. This was the strongest event of this kind to hit the earth in about 20 years, because the sun goes through a period where it's quite active or where quiet. We have to be in active phase at the moment. Geomagnetic storms are caused by the sun's activity. About a day or two ago, the sun had a large burst of magnetic activity on its surface and ejected a pretty big blow a material into space and then happens to intersect with the Earth last night, and that disrupt the upper atmosphere and the Earth's magnetic field, which in turn causes charged particles to glow and produce a really beautiful southern north light. This is like nothing I never seen. If if I got a red and green glow on the horizon, with maybe some purples or pink, you'd be delighted to be shocked that this was just, yeah, this is strongest storm I've ever seen. While geometric storms are not considered dangerous to humans, they can disrupt power grid and satellite services. Hello, it's beautiful, it can have kind of hamper effects, especially on technology. Um, you might find your mobile phone communication is a little bit disrupted. Satellites could be experiencing electronic issues. Because the sun is in active period, we might be seeing similar displays throughout the year, but because aurora are so hard to predict, we will just have to wait and see. It's Pepper Nowinski, ABC News.